What's going on YouTube? Centex Collector here. The final look at my collection before I pack it all up for my G.I. Joe Classified, moving soon. So hopefully I have a big enough man cave, 'cause right now I got 3 shelves. They're basically 36 by 18. But we'll start off with this far right shelf. So I got my 3D printed Dreadnox garage across the top with the Ground Assault, Thunder Machine, Swamp Fire, Dreadnox Cycle, custom cycle Benny did for me for Storm Rider, the Air Skiff, the Chameleon, the Air Assault with the basically Dreadnox Fang and Dreadnox Skyhawk. And we come over here. This is basically my Cobra-la shelf. Background diorama is from Extreme Sets. So basically I just cut up the cardboard and put in place. All the LED lighting strips are Govee. And I have pretty much everything that's been released except for Retro Snake Eyes. Not everything's necessarily displayed. Some stuff I just put up because it was extras per se. Anyway, so here's the Cobra-la. Once a Man, Cobra Commander. Globless, I resin printed and Benny painted it for me. Action 4 Swarm Tracer and back there. Serpentor, Custom Pythona by Benny. Custom Rogar by Benny. And then we got Nemesis with some custom wings that Benny did for me from the Goliath figure. From Gargoyles. But there's the Cobra shelf. And then I got this stand off of eBay, this acrylic stand. And we'll drop down to Mindbenders. Eventually I'm gonna 3D print the brainwave scanner. But a lot of stuff in here I 3D printed. We got Crocmaster in here, Mole Rat, Raptor, the Pit, that's like a Grail figure for a lot of people. Mr. Beast chamber, and I got another Mole Rat up in there. Just got a random eel. I 3D printed this bed. I think it was originally for Transformers, and I scaled it down. Just putting all the weird stuff in here because it's Mindbender, right? And then, again, the background diorama is from Extreme Sets. Cryo chamber I 3D printed. This, like, med base scanner I 3D printed. I think this is from like a Marvel Select base diorama thing. 3D printed this, 3D printed the desk. I think that came from a Halo thing. Mindbender, 3D printed the laptop and the chair. So this is a cool shelf. Eventually I'm gonna 3D print a brainwave scanner. So another one of my favorite shelves going on there. And then probably my best or favorite shelf is the Dreadnox shelf. Again, Extreme Sets, diorama for the background. 3D print a bunch in here. Like this was 3D printed, the camera, the exit sign, the tire and rims and the tire rack. A lot of custom figures in here too. So Benny did the Storm Rider for me. Custom Burnout, custom Chaos, custom Zanzibar. I 3D printed the arcade and the soda machine. And then we got Bone Collector back there with Shadow Tracker. I felt like they fit in with the Nox. Custom Heart Wrencher. And then this bike was from Undertaker. So I did some paint and glued some stuff down, put in some water slide decals. And then Rusty's bikes I 3D printed. So we got a Chopper, Scrambler, Fat Boys. I did 3D printed this like garage tile. Custom Thrasher by Benny, some resin printed parts from me. Custom Xania from Benny. We got regular releases there. And then I 3D printed the oil barrels and the pallet jack. Another camera. And then the workbench I 3D printed, the crates. And And then those some mini vehicles there I got on the workbench. Then a rolling like tool shelf back there, 3D printed. Center blocks I 3D printed, and that toolbox. Oh, and there's like a tire bouncer back over here too, kind of hidden away. So yeah, this is just a really fun shelf. I have fun with. I'm always constantly planting stuff and throwing it in here as I can. Pretty much got all the notches, waiting for monkey wrench to release. But everything else I pretty much have customs, because I don't know. I doubt Hasbro will ever do a Storm Rider, Chaos, or Burnout. And then come down here. This is just like a miscellaneous shelf. I got the Ram Cycle down here with Breaker, Scarlet, Clutch. I got rid of the Vamp because I just wanted Clutch. This guy's, I think his name's Wolfpack. He's supposed to be like Maverick from Top Gun. And then we got, custom Dragonovsky from October Guard. Got some Action Force, 3D printed sandbags and cones and barrier. Just a bunch of 3D printed stuff that I didn't know what to do with yet, so I threw it down here. Lifeline from Apex Legends with Doc. Some Action Force guys. Custom Freefall and Ripcord back there. So hopefully we'll get an OG release Ripcord. Custom Snake Eyes by Benny. So Benny did those customs. Then you got the other Ram Cycle down here. Yeah, just a bunch of 3D printed stuff I wasn't sure what to do with. And then this is basically Joe. I've 3D printed that. It's just basically all the Joes. What we have in here. I got a custom wetsuit in it Benny did. And then back there we got like a Rangers import figure. Another import in front of him. And everything else. Oh, that custom lob. So here I have the Rawhide. So there's Sarge, Tunnel Rat, Jinx, Chuckles, and my custom lob. So we're just missing Law and Order, which we should get later this year. But yeah, that was my custom I did myself. Very proud of that one. And then do we have any other customs back here? No, got Judge Dress. This is like my police force row here. I got Shockwave, some Action Force dudes, Mutt, and then Covert Condor, some more Action Force, and Judge Dredd. So that was fun. And up top, I just have Castle Grayskull for now. I have really nowhere to put it. Eventually, I'll put some more 3D vehicles up there. Love this shelf too. This is like my Viper shelf. So this is a VSV designed by Ricky Lee, and this is the Rep Rangers. I did both these in Cobra. Awesome vehicles and designs by Ricky Lee. We got Range Viper that Benny kit bash for me. Alley Viper, I love Alley Vipers. Benny custom painted that one. And I have 4 regular Alley Vipers. Got 2 Range Vipers, 2 Saw Vipers, Laze Viper, Benny custom. And I resin printed stuff for that. Toxa Viper, Benny custom, and I resin printed. Televiper on the 3D printed phone. I 3D printed the sign. Rock Viper by Benny, which I did some 3D printing on the part. So just love this shelf. Basically, this is the specialty Viper shelf. So, oh no, sorry, it's Techno Viper. Did I call him Tel Viper? That's Techno Viper. I got Tel Viper somewhere else. And then this is basically my sub-team shelf. So we got Night Force over here, 3D printed that sign, Tiger Force, and I need to do probably Slaughter's Marauders. I need to design that, I guess. And then we got a G.I. Joe arcade machine back there, I 3D printed, with yet another Ram Cycle. But here we have our Night Force. I threw Snake Eyes in that particular one. I felt like he fit in with Night Force. And then we got the Action Force, Night Ops, Steel Brigade, some Night Ops guys. And then I felt like the Recon Divers just kind of fit in. And then a regular release of Hasbro's Night Force. And the Tiger Force. I love Tiger Force too. With the paw back there. And then we got Slaughter's Marauders. So again, Benny custom Red Dog with some 3D printed parts for me. Custom Taurus. I know we got Mercer coming, but he gave me that custom Mercer as a fill-in. Then the rest of Slaughter's Marauders. And then the Snake Eyes version 4 that Benny did. And as soon as he did this for me, Hasbro announced they got one. But I love this. Benny did a really good job, and I 3D printed some parts on that. So that's another quote-unquote fill-in. It maybe is good, if not better than whatever they release. And then this is like my Steel Brigade. Well, now they're calling these guys Steel Corps. So that's a Steel Corps Commander. And then male and female trooper. And then Action Forces Steel Brigade, male and female. And I think that dude's name is like, I forget his name. That's Action Force figure. And then this is just some randomness again. So I got basically my Desert Ops guys over here with Action Force and Joe's. This I'm calling like my Merc Team. So we got Action Force and Marvel Legends, Punisher, Kit Bash, Mr. T, and Killmonger. And then the heavy duty looking Roadblock. And then 60th anniversary guy. Oh, and Hardball, it's a custom, not by done. That was done by some guy on Macari. So one of the few that weren't done by Benny. Then this is the Swift, again, another Ricky Lee design. So this thing is, I've just been debating if I'm gonna keep it or sell it, but it's awesome so far. So I put Dusty and Snake Eyes in there. Another Paw. Marvel Legend Shield, I feel like just fit in as a good trooper. And then some grunts that were turned in, some custom green shirts, not done by me. Got them off some on Facebook. And then Arctic guys. And then I 3D printed this shelf. And then this is the martial artist. So we got Senshi. And then that is a Fawoosh Articulated Icons there in the gi. And that's another Fawoosh. That's kind of like my fill-in Budo. And then the last shelf, so up here, we've got the Troll Bubbles, the Televipers, the HMS, the Hiss, the Stinger. And then these came from 25th anniversary, and they play that sound when you turn it on. And that's the McFarlane Cobra figure, or Cobra model, or whatever you want to call it. This is a Destro Shelf, so I 3D printed all the signs. This is basically your Destro Iron Grenadiers shelf. Throne, I think I got the files from Chris on TikTok, and I 3D printed that. And then Benny made me the little stairs. And he's got Baroness by his side with the Star Wars dudes. And then that's an import. Deathstroke is his like main like protector hitman dude, right? And then we got the Iron Grenadiers over here, and Bats, and the Praetorian Action Force with a Iron Man Marvel Select like dial piece. Oh, again, the background is from Extreme Sets, the background and the flooring. And then this is my custom Black Major. I felt like he fit in good with Destro. And then Monster Force figures, basically Black Major, or I should say Red Shadows. Black Major is the leader of the Red Shadows. And then Benny made this for me. It's like the heavy artillery Iron Grenadier. I really hope Hasbro does one, but Benny made a killer job for me. And regular Iron Grenadier. Got this from a Halo at Ross. Benny made me the Voltar. The Target. I did a lot of 3D printed stuff on that. And Benny made the Undertow. That's a WWE figure. I felt he just kind of fit in with these blacked out troopers I got going on with Destro. Got this Twilight Commander. Hopefully we can get a Shadow Crimson Guard. And then there's a Kit Bash one I did. It's all blacked out. And then the rest of these are like the 788s. Another Trooper and the Range Viper and the Techno Viper. And then this is the Action Force Crimson Shadow. Basically, Action Force call them Crimson Shadows. Really, they're Red Shadows. The Monster Force dudes are awesome. So I got 2 of them there. Got an import figure, Deadshot, that was just cool, and then Bone Collector. Some stuff I felt like fit in here with Destro. Another one of my favorite, one of my shelves I really like. And then here we have our main like Cobra Army Builder shelf. Again, I 3D printed the Python Patrol and the Cobra sign. I need to do some for Crimson Guard too. Welcome to Springfield, I got from Chris on TikTok. And then the podium I 3D printed. Well, I got the files from Chris. I 3D printed it myself. Got that off of, I don't remember, but I 3D printed it. And then this Cobra Commander is super cool. So I made him as the main stage with his 2 protectors, Storm Shadow and Firefly. And then we got all of our basic troops behind, our blue troopers behind the thing there. And that's a 40k Warhammer guy back there. Then we got Major Blood with his Viper Squadron. And then a Crimson Guard Baroness from the 3-pack. So there's the other 2 from the 3-pack. Benny made me this Crimson Guard Immortal. Awesome. I 3D printed a bunch of stuff and he finished it up for me. And the rest of the Crimson Guard. Oh, that's another Warhammer back there. And Benny made that like a custom Wild Weasel. But since I have the Rattler coming whenever they're going to ship that, I figured I'd throw him in the Crimson Guard as like a trooper. And then over here we got the Valkyries and then all our Python Patrol. And then Hydra. I felt Hydra kind of fit in with Cobra and Python Patrol. So there's all the Python Patrol, Marvel Legends, all the Hydra. And then this is my dojo shelf. I had Joe's on here, but now I'm just made it all basically Cobra again. Extreme sets, background, and flooring. I found this at Ross and then just painted it. And of course we got Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes showing down. And over here is a row of articulated icons by Fawoosh. Awesome ninjas. And these are just all the Marvel Legends hand ninjas. These are some newer ones. Those are the older ones. There's the newest one I still need to get. And then this is a Marvel Legend. She looked cool. I felt she'd make a good ninja. And then of course Night Creeper is one of my favorite Cobra figures. So that's why I got 4 of him. Sub-Zero. Mezco. So he was just cool. And then I got a Kit Bash Ninja there that I did Sleepwalker, Marvel Legends. And I just made that Storm Shadow like a regular ninja. So again, love this shelf too. With all the go ninja, go ninja, go. And then lastly, just a bunch of randomness in here. So this, I printed the Rashikage logo here. Again, another Cobra logo I printed. Extreme sets. I think this was like from a wrestling, but I like the garage look. So we got Big Boa with his little workout area over here, which I 3D printed. The bag and the workbench. And we got scrap iron. Oh, custom Desert Scorpion. He wasn't made by Benny. He was got that guy Makari. And then the custom Hydro Viper. Again, guy Makari. So I just kind of put like the random water dudes there. Copperhead. That Baroness, I'm just calling her Chameleon because she fits. If you know Joe's and you know Chameleon. And I put Tomax and Zaymont Regular down here. I 3D printed again another Ricky Lee design for this ATV called the Mongoose. You can see how much it dwarfs the Hasbro release. So I don't know if I made it too big or not, but it's cool. And then since this garage, then I got the bikes back there. That Storm Shadow bike was from like a kit build. I got my Arctic Troopers there. And then we got Armored Coco and Mercenary Wraith. 3D printed these crates. And I think I got another ammo crate back there I 3D printed, yeah. So just, like I said, randomness. Oh, the Scorpion I got off of eBay. But yeah, that's the collection before I bag all this stuff up and put in the tubs. Like I said, moving soon, so. But yeah, we got 12 shelves because I have 4 shelves of figures on each shelf, and then I'm trying to just do all the vehicles across the top and then small vehicles throughout. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of 3D printing since July. Been having a blast. 3D print just puts a whole new perspective on your dioramas and the hobby. I mean, you also enjoy the hobby to the fullest extent, right? So, and the 3D printed vehicles just add a whole new thing to it, because we haven't gotten much from Hasbro, right? I mean, all we've gotten is the small vehicles. We got the Vamp and the Stinger, and then we got HasLab stuff. But there's so much more that they could do, and now with the pending economic conditions, who knows what's going to happen. Hopefully the prices don't skyrocket. I mean, we're already paying like, what, $25 a figure when they were like 19 or so when they came out. But it is what it is. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy my classified collection. I'm just loving this line. And like I said, if it fits, I'll mix in. As you saw, I've mixed in Action Force, Monster Force, Marvel Legends, Articulated Icons, even that little Mezco there, and then some other import figures that fit in. Heck, even DC with Deadshot and Destro. Oh, and even a WWE figure too with the Devil Dude. So like I said, if it works. Oh, and Star Wars too. So I pretty much have all the lines covered in here. And there's a new line coming called Patriot Force. It looks super cool. It looks like Eagle Force or Eagle has a line coming in 6-inch. So yeah, I don't discriminate. If I feel it fits, I'll add it to the collection. I'm not gonna do anything like super crazy. I mean, the Star Wars aren't totally out of there because they kind of fit in with guards, right? And then Destro always has, you know, weirdos hanging around, so Deathstroke isn't too far off. I mean, look, he's got Voltar and Metalhead, so... Oh, and I got this 3D printed dog back there, too, I did in resin. It's like a robot dog. But yeah, guys, just enjoy your hobby. Enjoy the collection. I mean, whatever you like, classified and or Action Force or just military figures. Yeah, I'm just loving the line and just trying to throw in everything and enjoy it while we got it. I mean, we're already on, what, year start in 2020? So we're already on, what, year 5 or 6 technically right now. So who knows how much longer Hasbro will go, because the 25th anniversary line ran from about 2007 to realistically like 2015 or so. And then they stretched it out to like 2018 with Collector Club exclusives or whatever. So, man, just enjoy. We all wanted, not all, but we wanted 6-inch, some of us. I mean, I know I wanted it. We got it. So enjoy it while we got it. And have fun collecting, guys. But I hope you enjoy my collection. Hopefully it may have motivated some of y'all to display options or stuff to do with 3D printing or dioramas or mixing other lines in. I just hope I can motivate and share. Oh yeah, and I got this. I got another poster too, but I took it down, so I'm moving. But yeah, I got that poster that I got online, a small image, blew it up, upscaled it, and had FedEx paint it or print it years ago for me. But there we go, guys. JoJo classify my collection before I move. Like, comment, subscribe. JJ out.